Hello, it is Max Nizamov with CIR Realty from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Thank you so much for watching my video blog, and today I would like to address one important thing that a lot of people were asking me and a lot of people were concerned about. So the question is, what is the actual cost of someone not being able to sell the house? So there are a few potential scenarios, and usually what that means is that someone found a house they like and decided to upgrade a home, move into a larger home, move into smaller, which is not the case here. Say you went to the bank and the bank says, guys, based on your current employment and your current financial standings, we can give you the mortgage of this, whatever the amount is. And you're happy, bank gives me the mortgage. And all of a sudden on possession date, bank says, well, have you sold your current residence? And you haven't. Well, that's a problem, because sometimes banks attach this condition to the pre-approval stating that you must sell your current residence before you can move into a new home. So carefully think about that, please. And then sometimes there are scenarios where people say, Max, I don't have to sell my home. I can carry the mortgage for 2, 3, 4 months. I'm financially good. And that's perfect. That's great. However, what someone does not realize is that mortgage payments on their current home don't stop. And soon the mortgage payments on their new residence will start. So you guys will have to face 2 mortgage payments. Always keep in mind, can you afford to have 2 mortgage payments at the same time? If you can, it's great. If you cannot, think carefully what your strategy, exit strategy for selling your home is. And sometimes you may think, okay, well, it only costs me $2,000 a month to carry my first mortgage. That's great. However, that mortgage is your insurance, your utility payments, your tax payments, and your mortgage payment altogether. And if you have your home vacant for 2 or 3 or 4 months, well, multiply it by a number of months and you'll get an amount that you may potentially lose. Another scenario that I just recently was witnessing is people had their home for sale, left for 3 weeks to Hawaii, and during the cold time the pipes froze and they burst. And the home had over $150,000 in damages. And when the people came to the insurance company said, well, the home was vacant, unoccupied at the time, so we are not going to cover your loss. So you guys are responsible for taking care of it yourselves. This is a major problem, so please think about that too. And then a couple more scenarios where people say, Max, we can always rent it out, and that's great. But please ask yourself a question. Have I dealt with rental properties before? Do I have any experience? Do I have any experience collecting rent and being a good landlord? Do I know the pitfalls? What if the tenant decides to make a midnight move? What if the tenants decide that they cannot have enough money to pay your rent? And they're always consistently late on the payments. Well, your bank doesn't care, so you have to come out of your own pocket for the mortgage payment first, and then try to collect it from the tenants. And if they simply refuse to pay, you may have to go through legal system to get them evicted and try to collect the outstanding rent, which is really hard, guys. And then sometimes landlords receiving the money, no problem, and they don't ever check on the property until they come back one day in a year or so and discover that this property that they have currently being used as a marijuana grow operation. Well, that's a major problem. It's a loss of hundreds of thousands of dollars in the value of your home. So guys, before you make a decision, it is your money and it is your time and your life you spent trying to make this money. So please be responsible. Let's look at all the scenarios. Let's look at everything that could possibly happen and make the best decision possible for you in today's market so that you come out ahead, not behind. I'm always here for you. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to call me on my cell 403-701-8998 or send me an email to max@bestlistingscalgary.com. Thanks again for watching my video blog. We'll talk to you soon.